It's just work. We're trying not to take it too seriously.
But really, it is your career and you need to take ownership of it. Welcome to Ask Bukola and Dekemz.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much, guys, for sending me your questions. We really love them. And, if I these questions today are like, they are deep.
Yeah. You guys went in.
Like you went really in, like you are very deep. Even we like these questions are like the choco. But anyway, thank you for sending them in. We'll offer our advice as Dekemz and Bukola, and hopefully we're able to answer your questions and it somewhat helps you to gain better clarity.
Yeah. And obviously, as you know, the Q&A are like bonus episodes, so they'll be shorter than normal.
Yeah.
But of course, if somehow our responses aren't satisfactory, we're able to take more personalized sessions with you.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Mm-hmm.
The first question we have here is, how do you handle the grief of losing an opportunity you really believed in? I thought this question was very thoughtful, very realistic, and very real. Well, realistic, obviously. I have been in this situation many times in the past few months, and if I'm answering truthfully, I allow myself mourn the missed opportunity. I don't over spiritualize it. I don't big girl, big pants it and move on, narrative it. I sit down with it. I give myself a couple days to mourn it, because the thing is, when you desire an opportunity and you have interviewed, you begin to picture yourself in that environment.
Yeah.
You're already thinking of all quick things you can do and all of that stuff. And so let's call a spade a spade. It's a real heartbreak. When the opportunity falls through, it's a real heartbreak. And for me, I allow myself mourn the heartbreak. I allow myself mourn the missed opportunity. And after a few days, I have to remind myself that if that opportunity was for me, I would have gotten it.
Yeah.
This is not like over spiritualizing or whatever. It's just fact. It's the truth. If something is for you, it will come to you at a certain time.
Absolutely.
It is painful, but what's the alternative? You can't wallow in that grief for so long. You have to pick yourself back up. You have to try and look for other suitable opportunities. For some other people, what they do is journal. For them, the art of journaling and writing down their feelings helps them to just release the pressure. So that's how I grieve it. I give myself a couple days, and then I just remind myself some truths and some facts, and slowly but surely pick myself up and put myself back out there for other opportunities.
Thank you, Dekemz. Thank you. The next question is, when your peers are all making visible progress, so say new roles, new titles, global opportunities, whatnot, how do you deal with the fear of being left behind? And when I saw this question, I was like, okay, like bang on, I have been there. And I think in our last episode or so, where Dekemz and I were talking, I was saying how I felt like Dekemz was, got some opportunities at some point that, like where I had not even I had not gotten to that level yet, and it was making me feel like, oh, why am I not getting the opportunities? Why am I not here yet? But I think for me, in that phase, how I responded to it was I actually was engaging Dekemz, like asking her, like I'll ask her a question about work. How do you guys go about this? What do you do here? How do you handle things? And for me, honestly, it wasn't because I was trying to monitor or be a monitoring spirit or something. I genuinely wanted to know, so I knew where my gaps were, if there were any, and how I can improve myself and grow, and also, prepare myself for those opportunities that I'm also looking forward to. One thing to note here is that don't feel like what's the word now? Don't feel like, oh, you're not enough for anything or whatnot. Like that, don't even have that feeling at all. Because you shouldn't mistake that visibility for the fact that they're making impacts. Most times there's actually nothing. There's nothing behind the scene there. Like it's just all loud noise and there's nothing beneath the surface. So celebrate, even in your whatever you're doing right now. trust me, you are making impact, and not everything is LinkedInable. Maybe you just can't share it here. Something that's actually very private that I cannot share. Trust me, when you reflect, you realize that you're making tremendous impact and you're doing the real stuff. So my point is, but if you really feel that, oh, that you're feeling having that feeling of left behind, engage those people. Set up coffee chat, set up a chat, just catch up with them. That also helps you remind yourself that, oh, Kola, no, you know what you're doing, or you're also solid in your own field. It's just that this hasn't happened yet for you. Find out what they're doing differently. See if there's something that you need to improve on, or also maybe learn or something, just to also prepare yourself for those opportunities. But trust me, don't feel left behind. Don't feel like you're not you're not good enough, because that's not the case. Honestly, not the case. It's just again time and chance. Honestly. Just time and chance. Yeah. I hope that helps.
Absolutely. All right. The third question, which is the final one that I will be taking, the coasting in your career. How did you shake things up? Coasting. What is coasting? Coasting is doing the minimum, and the minimum being good enough. That's what coasting is. You're doing the minimum, but the minimum is good enough. You're not being stretched. You're not being challenged. The role is not demanding more of your intellectual capacity, but it is good enough.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with coasting, is you're not failing, you're just comfortable. You're not failing, you're just not growing, right? And there's a difference. I've been in that situation before, and I think for me, I had to be brutally honest with myself, and I had to ask myself certain questions to help me determine if I was really coasting or not, or if I was just overly ambitious. And the questions I asked myself was, am I being challenged? Am I growing? And am I getting better at what it is I'm doing? And when my answers to those questions were no, it was obvious to me that, okay, this is a season of coasting. And I'll be truthful, sometimes it's okay to enjoy that season. Because we have this thing as human beings where we feel like we have to be leveling up all the time. We have to be, stretched and busy and booked all the time. And so I had to allow myself realize that season, enjoy it for a short period of time. Because the thing is, with coasting, if you let it linger, then you slowly but surely slip into complacency. So I enjoyed it for a short period of time, and then I had to challenge myself. I knew that if I continued that way, again, I'll become complacent. So one of the quick things I did was immediately sign myself up to LinkedIn Learning. I wanted to make sure that even though this organization required just the bare minimum from me, which was good enough for them, that I wasn't still in my expertise as a professional. So I signed up to these LinkedIn courses, LinkedIn Learning courses, just making sure that I understood all the novel, new, inspirational things happening in talent management, performance management, compensation and benefits, etc. Because for me, I needed to know that I wasn't still, whether or not the organization required it of me or not, or from me or not. So I kept myself busy with that. As you know, I picked up some lecturing opportunities to sharpen my brain, to make sure that, again, I wasn't getting still. My expertise was still sharp. For some other people, it would actually require you leaving the organization. It's not everybody that has the luxury of these side gigs and whatnot. For some people, you have to be in an organization that is challenging you and growing you. And if that's you, if you have to leave the organization, don't just quit. Don't just quit immediately. Have a plan. Have a plan so that the opportunity you're getting into next is actually the right opportunity for you. Obviously, like we've said 1,000 times on this podcast, speak to coaches, mentors, sponsors. Just make sure that you're taking the right steps to reaching the next opportunity for you, which will give you that satisfaction that you require.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dekemz. And the last question for this episode. So this viewer is asking that, what do you do when you start to feel invincible in your industry.
Invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah.
I said, oh, thank you, not invincible. Invisible in your industry. Like when you feel like, oh, you used to be very visible. People used to know, like people knew your name and knew, if you call this person, you're talking about this. You call that person, like, you know, all of a sudden, everything has faded. When I saw it, I told the guy, like, ha, ha, ha. Like, have you met Bukola?
Say my name, say my name.
This is me. Oh my God, this is me. Immigration, it will humble you. You will be humbled.
Oh my days.
Trust me. I'm literally in this season right now.
Yeah.
And you know, and sometimes you just realize that, like, is it because that you immigrate to a new country and some people are now, they don't like you anymore, or they are, or is it like that they are envying you and they're like, you know, yeah, good for you, we won't have anything to do with you anymore or something. But anyway, but I really was asking myself, what's going on now, you know, because sometimes some kind of maybe opportunities you got, speaking opportunities and everything, you realize that those things are still happening. Like, I can do this thing virtually now. Why people not inviting me to come? Why are you shanking me? Anywho's, but one thing I have, like I'll say, I'm learning or I'm navigating is that, what value are you adding? Chicken, because trust me, at the end of the day, people would gravitate to what they know you are bringing value, adding value, contributing something meaningful. So that's what lasts.
Yeah.
And that's what actually creates the opportunity. Like, people remember you because you did something differently that you know wasn't maybe done before. So what value are you adding? So think about that. What value can you add? What can you contribute to maybe your industry, contribute to your network or something? What value can you add? And even if for us, for example, that we're in a new country and all of that, this for us is one of the ways that we're also trying to, like, having a podcast where we're actually trying to help people to just, you know, thrive and navigate the whole world of work in a new country, in your career and all of that. Which is why one of the reasons why we budgeted, you know, Career Diaries 406, you know, podcast. We want to add value. And that for us is what our way of, you know, again, staying relevant, being relevant, but coming from a value perspective. So think about it as well. What can you do differently? If any of those people who are in the limelight or who are, you know, visible and all that in your industry, are they organizing workshops? Are they doing some kind of stuff? Volunteer. Don't feel like it's don't feel like no. Maybe that person
isolate yourself.
Isolate yourself
further.
Or maybe you're now like no, I was a team leader or I was a manager, and you feel like, my dear,
I'm above them.
Yeah, do yourself.
Yeah. So true.
Like, honestly, just volunteer. If maybe they even say, oh, we have enough volunteers, ask them. Look at that workshop and be like, okay, maybe it's a career workshop, for example. You can say, oh, do you have a clinic to help people review their resumes? Oh, I can offer that. Offer your time. And before you know it, just trust me, just that one thing. It may not materialize there and then, but it has registered somewhere and they'll remember you.
Yes.
My point is, add value. Think value. What value can I add? What can I contribute? And you see how, again, you begin to build that you know, that visibility or, you know, level of relevance, so to speak, you know, in your field or industry.
Yeah. Absolutely. Just the one thing I'll just add to that is the importance of humility.
Yes.
When it comes to the point Bukola just made. If you don't realize that you need to be humble to make these interactions, you're just going to remain in that stuck up, egocentrical pedestal you've put yourself, and end up blaming every other person
but yourself.
So humility is so key if you're going to sort of push yourself into those circles and start building your relevance even in a new country.
Exactly.
So that's the one thing I would add to that.
So thank you so much again for submitting your questions. The link is now being displayed on the screen, so you can also submit. Like, you have more questions, please ask. Like, ask away, literally. Ask away. I'll be more than happy to do this. What we try to do is collect all of our questions and try to, you know, answer a couple of them at least in one episode, so we can, you know, just bundle that up and answer your questions. And if you, like Dekemz at the beginning, if you feel like you want to get more insights, please feel free to reach out to us directly, and then we'll be more than happy to set up a session with you and just chat further. Until next time, guys, enjoy the beautiful weather like we are. Take care of yourself. Bye.